Section 1 of Selected Poems. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information, or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Selected Poems by Rafael Cabrera. Nihil, read by Newgatenovelist. The quiet which I longed for dulls me now, after the ravage, with keen anguish rife. I am a vast lake, peaceful, calm, and still, reflecting all the landscape of man's life. My waters clear, which tremble to the breeze, and which the sunrise dyes with crimson bright, in the blue evenings glimmer faint and pale, and upon moonlit nights are silver white. I am a deep, deep lake, and you that come invading my dark breast audaciously, with your sweet eyes half open, bent to read my riddle and the sorrow hid in me, naught will you find, save in my depths outspread dead leaves that form a still and reverent bed. I am a vast lake, peaceful, calm, and still, crowned with a wreath of pensive willow trees. And if, when I reflect your beauty bright, swift, furtive thoughts of love, like some light breeze, may curl my waters, passion's dreams in me will swiftly die away and come to naught, as quickly as the fleeting picture fades of the fair image in my crystal caught. All things in me are lost and blotted out. I keep no memories dark of what has been, nor loves nor hopes within my breast abide. Thus lonely, I so many moons have seen, and evermore a new dream shines on me, and in this peace in which I waste away, illusions still I find, the dust of gold shed from the wings of butterflies at play. And all alone in this forgetfulness, still from time to time it may befall that in the fragrance breathed from souls and things I meet with something pure and virginal. O pale girl, who would know the mystery that hidden in my tranquil waters lies, who mirror yourself in them, while you loose upon my soul the blue storm of your eyes. Let my inconstant longing turn to you, let me for your sweetness sigh, and love you with a brief and ardent love, all full of light, of roses, of the sky. Oh, show yourself within my limpid flood, and when tomorrow breaks upon my shore, and I behold your image so far off that I forget your beauty evermore, the mystic splendor of your sadness still will pierce the calm of my deep listlessness, like a vague sunset, shadowy and sweet, a gleam of something bright my heart to bless. In me let thoughts of love for your pure soul, like smiling lotus blossoms bud and blow, the while from him who laughs and him who grieves, I hide beneath a shroud of withered leaves, the sacred modesty of my deep woe. Stir not my mire with cruel hand, all vain your effort is, mute is this grief of mine. My loved ideal hid her face from me, I sought to follow still her steps divine, but in the struggle with fierce pain I fell, vanquished I was, alas, and overthrown. And as I fell, o'er me I drew a shield, a broad blue shield with many stars bestrewn. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Evening Light by Rafael Cabrera, read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. Thy gaze is like the light of evening skies. I in its enigmatic depths foresee the night impenetrable, the deep night, the mother of strong love and mystery. Happy the soul which in that light is bathed. It must be great for that. When day beams fade, and the dark night is drawing near the sun, sinks all the little things in silent shade. It kindles only with its golden rays the summits of the lofty trees on high, the snow unstained upon the mountain peaks, and the transparent azure of the sky. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. In the Forest by Rafael Cabrera. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. I went through a glade of a forest on a sunless afternoon, and I heard in the thicket a sound like a plaint of love. It was a blackbird singing, and beautiful was his song. Pilgrims of life, who, dreaming like me, go smiling through the forest in quest of a vision, do not linger, O pilgrims, if you hear love calls. It is a blackbird singing, and he will steal your hearts away. I stayed my steps, for my misfortune, or for my fortune, what know I? It was a blackbird singing, and beautiful was his song. Afterwards, when the evening died, the bird fell silent, the night came on, and I wander lost through the dark forest, without the blackbird, without his song, without peace in my heart, my soul full of music and my lips of bitterness, and always in the dark, as if I were forgotten by God. If you hear love calls, O pilgrims, do not linger. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. To Gloria by Rafael Cabrera. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. If I am doomed to lose thee, and to hear thee bid me farewell, O maid that I adore, then would I die, because I do not see thee, rather than see, and die for evermore. For ardent love has fired me, since that evening which died around us, wrapped in clouds of red, when thine eyes left me blinded, and night found me, with its soft perfumes all about me shed, blessing the martyrdom thine eyes inflicted. That evening when the flowery April went through thy green garden, opening the roses, and from each nest came sounds of sweet content. Birds billed and cooed, and swelled out their soft feathers. The gentle air sighed tenderly and long, and the pale gushing waters of the fountain sang in our ears their best and sweetest song. Since then I long to be the light of heaven, the light descending on thee from the height, to be the little sunbeam which at morning is eager to behold thy beauty bright, and lingers on the green vine at thy window, waiting until thy casement shall unclose, to be the air and play among thy tresses, to be the sighs upon thy lips of rose, to be whate'er with thy dark eyes thou seest, that I might still behold mine image there. I would be loneliness, wouldst thou be lonely, would be whate'er thou dream'st of, maiden fair. That I might quench thy thirst for strange, wild fancies, I would be what exists not 'neath the skies, fain would be a bird, and sing forever in the blue evening that surrounds thine eyes. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Without Words by Rafael Cabrera. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. My love shall be a silent exhalation, surrounding thee, as voiceless as the dew, like mist impalpable above a river, or like the air, transparent, calm and blue. Around thy pale head it shall be a halo, within thy crystal tear a rainbow ray, amid the waste ground of thy life a blossom, a gentle evening shining on thy way. Like to a longing that each hour comes freshly, like to a wound that cannot cease to ache, an aspiration that is ne'er contented, and an uneasiness for aye awake. Of petty wishes and pursuits forgetful, fixed on thee only, full of thee alone, 'twill drop a sin on every bramble thicket, a disenchantment on each rock and stone. Into a gorge its bitterness downpouring, 'twill send it to be lost in the abyss, and it will sink within the darkest cavern its mighty sorrow for a life like this. Was it a tear? It now shall be a dewdrop. If it were a shadow, now a moonbeam white. Amid the empty vastness, something star-like, mid mist and vapour, something like a light. And it shall make thee see, on thy short journey, through all the griefs thy mourning soul that flood, as through the golden clouds of the horizon, that life is very sad, yet it is good. When for the last profound, mysterious slumber thou shalt lay down thine head, all pale to see, my love, deep, tranquil, mute and unrepining, like a bright wake, a track of light still shining, shall yet prolong thy life eternally. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. The Song of Rosalia by Rafael Cabrera, read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. Come, to make the day still fairer, at thy window now appear, when it sees thee, Rosalia, like a rose with dewdrops clear. Then the morning will sing to thee a blithe song of joy and cheer. Come, a glorious band awaits thee, clad in glittering garments rare. They arrived from distant countries when the sunrise lit the air. Brilliantly they match the laughter of thy 15 summers fair. Scarce hast thou come forth, and pyre-like, now the great sun burns, behold! Fragrant grow the fields, all covered with the flowers thou bidst unfold, and the gentle air sighs softly, naught can cling to sadness old. Now the water of the fountain sings, while in its crystal bright all the heaven is reflected, and on every distant height mists their gauzy veils are spreading, like blue cornfields in our sight. Rosalia, Rosalia, raise thy dark face, and behold how the echoing procession, as it passes, gay and bold, leaves the air behind it cloudy, with a floating dust of gold. Here comes swiftly a pale horseman, riding on a steed of might. Lo, the dream, the glorious vision! This is he, the noble knight. Boldly o'er his warrior helmet waves a plume of spotless white. Know'st thou not? 'Tis he who leaves thee, sighing pensively and long, as outside thy window grating, while the shadows thicker throng, he the fleeting music sings thee of a very ancient song. He it is that makes thy glances seek at night the starry sky, and with a vague wish torments thee to love something stormily, and at every hour and season to soar up towards heaven on high. But through yonder file, behold'st thou, like a huge snake, winding slow, amid lights of ruddy purple, now approach the inner row, palanquins of dreams of madness, drawing nearer, all aglow. And beyond come other horsemen, foaming steeds the distance fill, and behind them, bright and dazzling, winding on by vale and hill, other palanquins as gorgeous, and beyond, more warriors still. Once only, Rosalia, they will pass thy window by. They have passed by mine already, still I hear them call and cry, like a far-off song of sorrow, full of mournful melody. Thornless white rose, greet the pilgrims, in thy fair soul let them dwell, for if they should find no place there, in thy bosom's secret cell, from thine eyes with heavenly brightness they would peep, their tale to tell. But, nay, what? Thou wouldst know something of that boy, the sad blind guest, who embitters all our pleasures with a ceaseless deep unrest, and is wont his fire to kindle, glowing in a woman's breast? He has come not to thy window? Then await him. Thou wilt see, or tomorrow, or thereafter, he will grieve thy soul, care-free. Though the day he never tells us, he will surely come to thee. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. And end of Selected Poems by Rafael Cabrera. Thank you for listening.